here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Going underneath for Charles. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mahomes to throw once more. It's caught to Charles. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone, then they tried to bite off a little more, get hit points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score on the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Chris Jones on the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
In motion, Hill. To throw on 2nd down. Bledsoe. Got a man. It's London. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10. Bledsoe. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meeting.
It's caught inside the 25. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Rolling to his right. Open man downfield is Hill. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing on 1st down. Bledsoe looking middle, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Bledsoe. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find it.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run from the gun with Charles. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up, we are looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Mahomes going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 10. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bledsoe. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Bledsoe. Got his man. It's London. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. first half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now, swing pass for Dillon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Being chased out left. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Snatched by the safety Ed Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1, because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he rifles one incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st down, Bledsoe dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
11 yards. Brings up 3rd and long.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bledsoe. Throws right side, and that's complete. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. Bledsoe. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mean Joe Green coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. A dump off for Charles. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Steelers with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other. Every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Back to throw again. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
I told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having it.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They begin the drive with Charles. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to let it go again. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for KC. 48 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught. touchdown. Kyle Pitts, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will...
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 59 yards. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. They go play action. Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Steve Young. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's Young on 1st down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Play action now. Here's Steve Young. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 1st down, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles.